Trends in corporate treasury, end of August 2014. 1. Disruption. We've devoted a separate video for that topic, and you will find it on a clickable link at the end of this video. 2. IT, Treasury Management System, Treasury Workstation. 3. Organization. 4. Streamlining regulatory compliance at lowest cost. 5. Counterparty risk. 6. Liquidity forecasting. And 7. Enterprise risk. Also, other subjects of high interest is electronic bank account management, repo, bank fees, and China.
IT and Treasury Management System, or as you say in the US, Treasury Workstation, is the highest priority on the Treasury's agenda currently. And Treasury Peer is performing until the end of September 2014 a benchmarking study on treasury management systems. If you're a corporate treasurer and you want to participate, contact us. And the corporate treasurer has to understand IT and IT strategy better than previously, because treasury IT is still largely disconnected from group IT in practice. When setting up an IT support structure for your environment, you regard your environment, the treasury environment, as one environment. And we wonder who is going to take the horizontal role on supporting when all the vendors are silo-based. And then also informations go back and forth between different kind of vendors. Then we have a chicken and egg problem when an error occurs. Which system vendor is responsible to solve the error? And maybe the question is, it's you, the treasurer, who should solve the problem. How do we set up an IT support that functions well with our needs?
Lines, coordination and integration challenges, more need to educate the organization on managing risks and optimizing working capital. The Treasury continues to work to centralize core areas and outsource non-core to shared service centers or externally. We experience a continued disintermediation from banks in general. Currently, investment-graded companies has no problem accessing finance. However, small and medium-sized enterprises are still struggling. We definitely expect a further cost increase in dealing with the banks. And we also see that cash allocation becomes more and more challenging. Many banks are reluctant to accept deposits. There are just too much money around. And bail-in replaces bailout. And what does that mean? It will probably mean that repos or repurchase agreements will play a bigger role with corporations.
Liquidity forecasting is another trend we are discussing, and it remains being a key challenge. We agree that it's better with a bad forecast than no forecast at all after all. And one key determinant of the solution we choose is the level of decentralization of the company. We discussed top-down, we discussed bottom-up forecasting, and we agreed that the optimal many times of bottom-up forecasting, but the efforts to maintain and implement a bottom-up forecasting might prove too cumbersome. Engagement is key in liquidity forecasting, especially executive management engagement. Remember, when you implement a good liquidity forecasting, focus on getting the processes in place first and then see what kind of system solution we use thereafter. It's enterprise risk. The old risk dogma of risk-free is dead. No one expects anything to be risk-free anymore. And in fact, we are discussing and redefining the concept of credit risk. And what are the durability of the financial system? What has actually improved since 2008? We also discuss timings and strategies to hedge our interest rate risk on our debt. We still are concerned about the EU. When will it stop being the drag of the world economies? And we pointed to all the geopolitical risk and all the potential risks and how to mitigate them. One risk that came up that we haven't discussed before is the supply risk of energy. And finally, we looked at the regulatory risk and what they are up to next.
Our next Treasury Peer meeting will be hosted by Clearstream, and the meeting will be held in Frankfurt on the 18th, 19th and 20th of November 2014. All Treasury Peer members and special invites are very welcome.